everybody! Okay, so this is a video on what I do for my daily foundation as well as my cheeks, or my blush application. In this video I'm using Revlon Photoready. The other thing I'll use if I'm in a rush and I don't really feel like applying foundation with a brush or something, I'll use my Tarte's Smooth Operated Tinted Moisturizer. So those are the two things I alternate between depending on what I feel like doing as far as makeup wise, if I want more of a heavy foundation or more coverage or lighter coverage. I've been using this a lot because I find it's really good at covering up any acne, any pimples, any acne scarring. And if you guys remember in my last couple of videos I've talked about I've been really breaking out. It's getting better, but this really still does the trick to cover up any imperfections without looking like heavy-duty caked on makeup. So if you're interested in this video, just stick around and it's coming now. Okay, so I already moisturized my face. I used Hope in a Jar moisturizer today. I already put on my Makeup Forever HD Primer. The foundation I'm using today is the Revlon Photoready, and this is in 004 Nude. And I start off with just a pump on the back of my hands. My hands are nice and clean, and I just use one pump for now because I can go back and add more if I need to. And I'm using a MAC 130 brush. It's just a short dual fiber brush. And I'm just going to go ahead and tap it onto one side of my cheek. My cheeks are the biggest part of my face, that with my big forehead. So I just start with the biggest places of my face. And I just apply it on in circular motions to just buff it into my face. And I also bring it down along my jawline, just so that there's a smooth transition of color, and it's not just like a harsh stopping point where your face and jaw meets. And I do the same on the other side. And I just kind of go like back and forth underneath my eyes. And once I get to the jawline, I just go and blend it down. Alright, now on to the other big place, my forehead. And I have some acne scarring and a pimple. But if I waited until my skin was perfect to do this video, it would never happen. It's getting better, but it's not completely healed. And same thing, I'm just using circular motion to buff in the product. And this foundation I really like because it covers acne and pimples very good without looking like you're wearing a mask of makeup, because a mask of makeup is not cute to me. I'm going to go ahead and put it on my lids, what's ever left on my brush. And right now I'm just blending, making sure it's going into the hairline and there's no buildup of product there. I'm going to grab some more on my brush and I'm just going to stipple it underneath my eyes. And this is just so I don't have to add as much concealer afterwards. I still do because I just have hereditary dark circles in general, and then I also don't sleep much, which adds to it, the darkness shadows. I just take my fingers and blend it. Okay, so that's all I do for the foundation. Just further blending. Okay, now what I use for underneath my eyes is, this is MAC's Select Moisture Cover in NW20. I just do a couple dots right on the darkest part of my circles. Take my ring finger and I tap it in. I don't swipe it because that's just going to swipe away the concealer and that's kind of pointless. So if you just press it in, it's going to help it stay longer and really concentrate that color there. Just pat, pat, pat. Okay. If I were going to put on some concealer to cover up any acne, I would use my Makeup Forever Camouflage Cream Palette. I use the green corrector and then Flesh Tones color. But that Revlon Photoready really covers up any acne spots, so I don't like to do anything more to it and add more of a mask to my face. So what I do to set my foundation, I use an MSF, this is Natural in medium, and this is a kabuki brush from Sigma. I think they just recently changed all their names or numbers, so I don't know, it's a big one. And I just press it right into my forehead because that's where I tend to get oily and a little bit shiny. So I just like to press that in to set it, and down my nose. And that's all where I set my foundation. The rest, because I'm going to put on my cheek stuff, will set it as well as work as my blush. So first thing I do for my cheeks is I take a highlighter, and this is Bone Beige and Emphasize. They occasionally come out with this set where it's both of each, but I'm just going to use the Emphasize. You can get this, it's called a shaping powder, and you can get it from MAC Pro. And I just apply it to the tops of my cheekbones. And this is a 131 brush from MAC. And I just bring a little bit down my cheeks and down my nose. And it's just going to give me a little subtle highlight. Then I go in with my bronzer. I'm going to use Refined Golden from MAC. And this is a bronzer brush from Coastal Scents. It's just called the Flat Bronzer. I just take an edge of it, tap it off, and just go right along the hollows of my cheeks, up onto my cheekbones. I start with the brush at an angle, and then I bend it, or move it so it's the flat part of the brush. I just bring it up into my temples. Anywhere where the sun would naturally hit my face is where I'm putting it. And just bringing it up. A little bit on my nose and chin. Alright. And then I just go ahead and put my blush to marry the two colors together, the highlight and the contour bronzer. This is, I don't think this is available, it's called Improvise. It's just a mineralized blush. I'm going to use a angle brush to apply this. Just like this, tap it off, smile, and sweep it upwards. I'm doing this real light with a light hand to get a nice flush of color and then to marry the colors together and to have it not look so clownish. Alright, and to further blend that out, I just take my kabuki, swipe it over a couple times. Alright, now the last finishing touch is my Max Fix Plus spray. And this is just going to set everything and have it blend and look seamlessly and just look radiant, kind of. Ah, I love this stuff so much. I just kind of pat my face just to make sure there's no little spray marks. But see, it looks great. I love this, and this is like the best thing afterwards. Just makes you feel nice. Alright, so that's my foundation routine. Now I'm going to move on to my eyebrows and do some kind of tutorial, I think, for my eyes. So thank you guys so much for watching. Heart you guys all. Bye, everybody.